Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. Sometimes these stories just write themselves, don't they? This one certainly does. When I saw it, I thought, I've got to do it. I've got to do the story on this. There are fears that Scottish nationalists, not noted for their brain power, are they? They're not noted for their high IQs, room temperature IQs at best. But they want to raise the quality of the debate about getting independence for Scotland, and so they are going to try and ask ChatGTP to come up with good reasons for why Scotland should be independent. Yes, they are going to be using artificial intelligence, and that's not surprising really, because they haven't got any of their own. They haven't got any real intelligence, so they're going to have to go and get some artificial stuff, aren't they? It's the only way they can do anything, because they're all thick as champ. Anyway, we'll take a look at this. It is just one of those, I saw it and I thought I had to do it stories, and I hope that you find it entertaining. I did. Anyway, here goes. And again, this is one of those stories where you look at the headline and you think you couldn't make it up. And I haven't. It's there. Fears that Scottish nationalists will use artificial intelligence and ramp up fake news to twist the independence debate. Everything they say is fake. If they did actually tell you the truth once, you wouldn't believe it anyway, because we just assume everything they say is a lie. And that's because everything they say is a lie, literally. And so when they could tell you it's raining and I'd look out the window to check, I just wouldn't believe them. Anyway, Andrew Bowie, who was targeted this week by cybernats, has spoken out after Keith Brown used a fake Margaret Thatcher quote to defend Humza Yousaf's de facto IndyRef plan. Now, we covered that in one of the videos a couple of days ago, and pointed out that Keith Brown is, of course, a moron, so it doesn't help his cause any to be pushing these things. But we did point out that he's actually lying, because it wasn't Margaret Thatcher who said it. In fact, it wasn't anyone who said it. It was invented purely by some spinner in the back office of the SNP headquarters. It was never said. And again. Lies. That's all they got. But the trouble is, they are running out of lies, because they've only got little brains. They can only think of so many things, and they've used all their brains up. And so now they're looking at artificial intelligence to come up with even better lies that we won't believe anyway. So fears have been raised that the Scottish nationalists will ramp up their use of fake news in an attempt to twist the independence debate. Well, that's right. It takes seconds to debunk it. So you go, oh, is that what you're saying? Look, Google. No, that's a lie. Come on, guys. Do better. Anyway, voters have been warned to be on the lookout for the use of AI by Skexit supporters. Skexit supporters don't know how to use AI. They're morons. Anyway, it's as they become increasingly desperate in their bid to break up the UK against the wishes of the majority of Scots, most of whom are clever enough to know what an appallingly poor idea it would be. It follows the Scottish Conservative MP Andrew Bowie being targeted by cybernats who had falsely attributed a tweet to him. The issue was also raised after the SNP said it would set up a rebuttal unit to target alleged false claims from unionists. However, it is not going to be looking at the false claims by its own side, and that, of course, would keep them busy as hell. Ironically, Deputy Leader Keith Brown used a fake quote from Margaret Thatcher in his speech announcing the unit. The claim of Thatcher had said that Nats just needed a majority of Scottish MPs to become independent was rebuffed by fact-checking service after Brown used it to justify Humza Yousaf's de facto referendum plan. He invented it in his own mind, presumably after smoking something, because he's mental, isn't he? And that account has created a meme with a picture of Mr. Bowie and a false statement that suggests he said Scotland isn't a country. And it also claims he said he's nothing but British and Scottish isn't a nationality either. And despite being untrue, the meme had been viewed over 19,000 times on social media site X. Well, it's easy to create a meme. I can create a meme. We can spread that. Hey, I could do one this afternoon. I could put a meme up on my Facebook channel, my Facebook site, and I'll link to it, and then boom, and we put it out there, and then it goes viral, and everyone thinks, oh, look. The trouble is, I don't need to create memes, because I just have to tell the truth. Because, seriously, This is the trouble. They can't deal with the truth. They daren't use the truth because the truth damages them. So they have to create lies in order to make anything sound even slightly plausible. But we don't, as a matter of course, we just don't believe them. So it's a pointless exercise. Anyway, the Nat behind the message also used offensive language to describe Mr. Bowie, the MP for West Aberdeen and Kincardine, West Aberdeen Shire, should I say? I missed that bit. And Kincardine also told the Scottish Express he was concerned the darkest fringes of separatism will use AI to fuel their own agenda. Oh, and they are fairly dark, nasty forces. But they're not, they're never going to get it. It's never going to happen. And what are they going to do? They can't start a war, can they? They'd lose in seconds because they're the minority. Anyway, he said this tweet was faked and false, but it does not matter to the hordes of nationalists online who are all too happy to spread this misinformation because we know that they're all morons. It doesn't matter. With the continued growth of social media combined with artificial intelligence in the coming years, it's possible the darkest fringes of separatism will use it to fuel their own agenda, even fooling reasonable people into the bargain. No, because reasonable people know that they will never vote for the SNP to be the rulers of a one-party state controlled exclusively from the inner workings of whatever moron they've currently appointed to be leader. And boy, have they got a whole selection to choose from. Anyway, everyone, offline and online, has a duty to accuracy. Otherwise, our political debate will only be filled with falsehoods and widely skewed information. It is. Everything, like I say, everything from the SNP is falsehood and wildly skewed information. They keep treading out the lies about, we've got the most wind power, we've got the best of that. We all know it's horse shit. Everything the SNP stand for is absolute horse shit. Anyway, it follows a parody video of climate activist Greta Thunberg, which went viral. It suggested she'd called for sustainable tanks and vegan hand grenades in an interview with the BBC. But it was actually a fake. You say that, but I believe she's stupid enough as well. We all know she's got fetal alcohol syndrome and that she's got a much lower IQ because of it. This isn't an opinion. This is fact. One only has to look completely there. I mean, that face is the classic face of fetal alcohol syndrome. And the fact that these fetal alcohol syndrome children have low IQs is also not debated. And that's why she does all this, all controlled by other people. She's not clever enough to do it. Anyway, he told delegates Thatcher was explicit in recognising the fact... this is Mr. Brown. This is Keith Brown talking about Thatcher. He said Thatcher was explicit in recognising the fact that if we win a majority of seats at Westminster election, then that is a mandate for independence. Thatcher never said no such thing, and she wasn't stupid enough to open her mouth to even say anything that could be wildest dreams taken as anything pro-Indy. She was, after all, the leader of the Conservative and Unionist Party. Man, that guy lies. But then he's SNP. They all do. And they need artificial intelligence because they haven't got any of their own. Okay, rounding off and coming up. They do write themselves though, don't they? Question is, what are they going to do when the AI goes through and they say, give us some good lies that'll make Scotland independent. And the AI goes, there are no good reasons for Scotland being independent. That'll screw them, wouldn't it? They wouldn't be able to handle that. When you've got even a computer saying, I'm not prepared to tell lies of that magnitude. There are no reasons why Scotland should be independent. And they'll never get it. And this is the point. They will never get it because people aren't dim. Nobody is that stupid. Well, they are. Obviously, they are. They keep voting SNP. They are dim. But the vast majority of people aren't that dim. And that is why they're onto a hiding for nothing. And they just can't handle it. They're just so inadequate, stamping their little feet going, I want this and nobody wants it. Grow up, you children. You can have 100 referendums and you're still not going to get it. And it'll always be Westminster's fault, won't it? It was raining today or some crap. Grow up, you children. Go get an education. Go and realise that you can't live the way you're living your life now. It's a very sad existence. Anyway, I shall stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Do hit the subscribe button. Do please hit the like button. Share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and never trust a gnat. Bye.